Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome to a new video. So today then I want to share with you 3 awesome products that I believe then are going to be absolutely huge over the course of the next 6 months. So I've been doing a lot of my own product research recently, and I like to start selling products then at the beginning of a trend, because then the popularity of the product is only going to increase, and therefore it's only going to get easier to sell that product. So all 3 of these products then are based on that kind of premise. So it's all kind of based on the changes that we're seeing currently this time of year. So mainly in the UK then the weather. Plus this video then will lead nicely into my next one, which I'm planning, which is going to be kind of like a step-by-step summer strategy, which is basically for anyone wanting to start a Shopify dropshipping store now or today, and the kind of things you should do then over the course of the next 6 months just to try and make as much money as possible. So if you do want to see that video yet and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. And that being said then guys, without wasting any more time, let's get straight into product number 1, which is this dog cooling mat. So you may have seen it before, you may haven't. Just in case you're not sure what it is, then basically it's kind of like a mat, and it's got this gel inside of it, and when you apply pressure to it then it has like a cooling effect. It works great for dogs, and you can also get it in face masks as well, for people who suffer with headaches quite a lot. So there's quite a few reasons then why I believe this to be such an awesome product. I've got a list of reasons that I'm just going to go through with you now, and the first one then is I bought one. So as you can see, I've got one here. In fact, I've got about half a dozen of these because I do have a dog. He's quite a large dog, and he is black as well, and obviously black absorbs the rays from the sun or whatever it is, but basically he suffers quite a bit when the temperatures rise quite a lot. So me and my girlfriend, we bought about half a dozen of them, and we rotate them. So we'll keep like 3 in the fridge and then 3 kind of like scattered around the house in the garden, just so he has different kind of like spots where he can just go and chill out, no pun intended. And that kind of leads on to point number 2 as well, which is the good upsell and cross-sell offers. So people will buy more than one of these purely for that reason, so they can rotate them just to make sure they stay as cold as possible. And it also, the problem that it's related to, that it's solving, then there's also other products that solve that problem as well. So mainly this one here too. So as you can see, somebody obviously saw me come in because I bought all of these products just to basically try and care for my dog when the temperatures do start to rise. And all it is then is like a portable water bringer taker with you. So when you go out on walks, and if your dog needs a drink, then obviously you can supply him with what he needs. Just a word of warning though on these portable water bottles, make sure you test them before you buy one, because this particular one we've got is actually rubbish. They leak quite a lot. So I was doing my own research, and I actually bought one of these ones here on the top left. Now they are a bit more expensive, but I was looking at the reviews and just the quality, and they just look so much better. So I have actually ordered one of them myself. But so going back to the notes then, basically the upsell and cross-sell offers are really good. And I kind of touched on the point earlier of people wanting to care for their dogs. So people are really passionate about their dogs. They see them like members of the family. I certainly do. So people want to take care of their dogs as much as possible. So they'll be willing to spend money on a product that helps them care and for the well-being of their dog. So any product that helps somebody do that, in my opinion, is just going to be a winning. So as it says there, emotional buying, they are essentially just the best products that will always work well on Facebook. Now, skipping back a bit because I missed this point, it's trending for this time of year. So whenever I find a product, I always double check it against Google Trends just to make sure that I am getting into it at the right point. So just to show you some numbers then, this is simply the search term for dog cooling mat worldwide past 5 years. And as you can see, there's some clear spikes in the popularity of this product. So we just want to check basically where those spikes begin, because the last thing we want to do then is start selling this product on a downward trend, because then essentially our customer base is only going to get smaller. So as you can see then, it kind of begins in June time, similar for this spike here, I think June, July time, and so on and so on. So May that year. It all depends on when it starts to get warmer in the UK. Anybody who lives in the UK, then you know the weather is quite unpredictable. So we are potentially about a month, maybe 2 months early, but it gives you time then to find a supplier, sample the product, and get your store built, and essentially just get a plan together before you start marketing the product using Facebook. Which leads on to my next point then. I want to give you guys kind of like a starting point when it comes to your Facebook ads, because it's one thing to show your product, but unless you know how to market it, or at least where to start with it, then it doesn't really help you that much. So Facebook wise then, I've got my ad manager account open. It's dead simple what I would do. In fact, I would just a simple Google search, you'll be able to find all the large dog breeds, because they are large dogs, they will be more susceptible to the heat, and plus black dogs as well, because obviously black sack does absorb the heat from the sun, if that's how it works, I'm not quite sure. And then I would basically just add them all together like I have done here. Obviously add more so you can get a larger audience. And then I would narrow it with one interest at a time. So for example, I've narrowed it with countryside dog walks. So this is going to be people who are interested in countryside dog walks. Therefore, we've got a high percentage chance of finding people who actually own dogs. And then I would duplicate this ad set to a different interest that is of course related to dog owners. So it could be some sort of dog food brand, etc, etc. So that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed product number 1. Moving on to product number 2. In fact, before we get into this, I think I forgot to mention in the intro, I am giving away a free one-to-one call with me on this video. All you've got to do then to enter the draw is simply like the video and leave a comment down below. And if you commented on my previous video, then make sure you stay tuned to the end of this one where the winner will be announced. So that being said, then straight into product number 2, which is this, I'm not sure really what to call it. It's kind of like a kid baby toy portable organizer. So basically how it works then is it's essentially just a big round mat that you can like drawstring up into a big sack and just take with you. So with the weather getting better, more and more people are going to be spending more time outdoors, whether it's in their garden or going to a park. So a product like this allows a parent just to take all their kids' toys, their Lego bricks, the Connects, whatever it is, and just migrate it, like move it to place without essentially having to do the clear up. It just makes a parent's life easier. Now, I'm not a parent, so I couldn't comment on that, but my sister recently has had a kid, and she tells me that parenting is really difficult. So anything that's going to make a parent's life easier, then in my eyes, it's just going to be a win-win. So again, then I've got some reasons of why I believe this to be a good product. Number 1, trending for this time of year. Obviously, it's the sort of product you can take outdoors. With the weather getting better, more and more people are going to be starting to do that. There's good margin for profits too. If we just have a look at what sort of price we'll be buying it at. So $5 to $10, free delivery, so that's all in. I could see easily selling this product for $30, maybe even $40. So that leaves a $20 to $30 profit margin minus your marketing cost, which I think would be pretty easy to achieve with a product like this, because the baby niche is mega powerful on Facebook because it is such a sociable niche and parents tend to know other parents. So it's the kind of thing that people will share quite a lot. So I think achieving a purchase price of under $15 should be no problem if done correctly, which we're going to touch on later, by the way. So good margin profit for profits. It solves the problem, as I said. It just makes a parent's life a lot easier. It's an unpopular product as well. So I did a few searches on Facebook to try and find somebody else selling this product, and I couldn't find many people. So there was one here, but as you can see, 63 views. This one's 15,000 views. There's no one with significant kind of domination with this product, if that makes sense. When it comes to typical dropshipping products, you'll usually find quite a few people selling the same thing. So to sell something new in a niche is always a good thing on Facebook, because if you can be the first person to do it, then it's just a fresh ad in somebody's mind, and therefore they're more likely to engage with it, which is always going to be a good thing advertising on a social media platform. And then finally, targeting on Facebook is pretty easy in my opinion, because Facebook, one of the beauties of Facebook is the different targeting options. And just to show you how I would go about doing this then, we've got a detailed targeting box. I would go to browse, demographics, parents, all parents, and then you can select the different ages as well. So you could go for probably 0 to 12 months would use this, 1 to 2 years. Let's try 3 to 5 years as well, and that's probably it. You're probably not going to get many parents with teenagers buying this. So what's our audience size there? So audience size is 870,000, so you could even narrow that again to different baby brands that parents will be buying. And that being said, then I think that pretty much wraps up product number 2. So let's move swiftly then onto product number 3. So product number 3 then is the electric mosquito killer. Now, nothing new, nothing special, but it's going to be big this time of year. I'm going to show you the numbers in a second, but with more and more people spending time outdoors, with the weather getting warmer, this is the time where mosquitoes and insects, flying insects, things like that start to come out. So almost every household I've been to, certainly my friends that I go around and spend the night, whatever it is, will have one of these on their outdoor furniture just to try and keep away the mosquitoes as much as possible. So again, I've got some list of reasons of why this is a good product to sell, and number 1 being then is trending for this time of year. Now before we look at the Google Trends, because that's going to be a later point as well, we're going to move on to number 2, which is the good profit margin. So I did a bit of research trying to find somebody selling it on on Facebook, and I found this video ad here. So we're just gonna have a quick look at why this is so successful. This is a brilliant ad. This is something that whether it's them that made it original or not, or somebody else, such a brilliant ad because it shows the product working essentially and what it can do for someone, which is just the perfect way to advertise any product. So as you can see, then the ad is pretty good. If we go to their website, now I've mentioned this trick before in pretty much every video, but there's no new people come to the channel, so I always like to mention it. If you see a short, let's go back to this one. If you see like a bit.ly short URL, you can put it in your URL bar, stick a plus sign on the end of it, hit enter, and it's going to tell you how many clicks that ad has got, so you can get an idea then of how popular the product is. But anyway, moving back to the topic of the video, let's go to their website, and as you can see, they're selling it for £30. We can buy it at $10, which is probably about £8. So as you can see, the profit margin is about £20 before you take off your marketing costs. So again, you should, if you get a good ad for this like these guys have, then I think you'll be able to achieve a purchase price of under £15 pretty comfortably. Moving on to the next point then, it solves a popular problem. I think I've mentioned that already. Mosquitoes are huge. In fact, I don't need to tell you guys about it. You know what I'm talking about. And then the final one is scope to scale this worldwide. So obviously the weather in the UK can suck sometimes and it's not warm all year round. So it is a seasonal product unless you start scaling this worldwide. So just to have a look at the product on Google Trends, then you can see we're tagged in the UK here for the past 5 years. And there are spikes, and you can see the popularity does kind of steadily increase, steadily decrease. So fairly consistent sales. I would estimate then throughout the year. But then if we have a look at worldwide, so again past 5 years, give it a chance to finally load up, we can see that the peaks and troughs, if that's the right combination of words, isn't as steep and isn't as shallow. Therefore, it is more of a consistent product you can sell worldwide. And I would definitely have a look at the interest by region if you do choose to go into this product, because I would stay away from pretty much these top 5 countries, go to the next 5. Again, I would probably stay away from those as well, and just focus on the more common countries that I've talked about in my videos. So the big 4, I did a video recently on European countries like Denmark and Netherlands and Germany and how they're really good products. So make sure you go check that video out. But basically what I'm trying to say then is it's a pretty good product that's going to have steady sales throughout the year, but then there's always going to be that spike coming into the warmer months. So that being said then guys, I think that pretty much covers everything in the video. If you're watching all the way through these videos, then I really do appreciate it, because it just contributes to more watch time, which basically means more subscribers. We're smashed through the 4,000 barrier mark, so we're going to be at 5,000 subs very, very quickly, which is just absolutely mind-blowing. It's all thanks to you guys, so thank you very much. If you enjoyed the video, then make sure you like it. If you want to be entered into the draw for the one-to-one call, make sure you leave a comment. And that being said, then let's get into announcing the winner of the previous video. Here we are then guys, on my previous video, how I scale to over $1,000 a day with Facebook ads. So it's quite a long video, but a lot of detail in it. If you haven't watched it yet, make sure you go and check it out. So I'm just going to take the URL then, as you can see at the top, head over to the random comment picker. So it is 100% random, by the way. A lot of people ask me to choose them, but it's 100% random then. I have no control over who the winner is. And the winner of this video then, of the previous video, sorry, is Ivis Artus Advars. So interesting name. Thank you very much for your comment. Fantastic advice, which is awesome. I do these videos for you guys, so it's nice to know you're enjoying them. Make sure you reach out then on Instagram. That's the best place, and we can get that call arranged. And if you get fed up of commenting on the video then guys, and you just want to get straight down to business and book a call, get it arranged as soon as possible, then there is a link down below in the video description. And that being said then guys, thanks again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.